Good afternoon, folks. Well, I've got two of the kids in school, the 9-year-old and the 5-year-old, and I got the 2-year-old taking a nap, so it's time for Daddy to have a break. Today I'm going to be reading from the book Practicing His Presence, and going to be smoking some Rattray's Professional Mixture. I really like this. I'm going to be smoking it out of my Neerup. Beautiful pipe. I've already smoked a little bit. So I'll fire it up. Alright guys. So I'm just going to read real quick a couple of the highlighted areas of this chapter that I have. From the point of view of experiment number 1. His experiment number 1 is experimenting with practicing the presence of God all throughout the day. And that simply means is being aware of God's presence, communicating, talking with Him. So in his experiment, he should have to record a pretty high percentage of failure. But on the other experiment, what happens when I do succeed is so successful that it makes up for the failure of number 1. Wow. So, I'm going to read another little highlighted area. I'm actually going to start right here. Last Monday was the most completely successful day of my life to date, so far as giving up my day in complete and continuous surrender to God is concerned. Though I shall hope for far better days. And I remember how as I looked at people with a love God gave, they looked back and acted as though they wanted to go with me. I felt then that for a day I saw a little of that marvelous pull that Jesus had as he walked along the road day after day, God intoxicated and radiant with the endless communion of his soul with God. So like the Bible says, God, everywhere he went, people were drawn to him, following him, interested in his teachings and the miracles that he was doing. And that was all because he was showing the love of the Father, the love of God. And so that's what he's saying. He said, I looked at people with a love God gave, and they looked back and acted as though they wanted to go with me, just like they wanted to follow Jesus. Because Jesus walked day after day, God intoxicated. Basically, he was aware of his Father. He was aware of his Father's presence and the love that his Father had for people, everyone. So, you talk about, Easter, Resurrection Weekend, or whatever you want to call it. That's ultimately what Jesus died for. So, to bring us back into a right relationship with God. Something that Adam and Eve lost in the garden from the very beginning. God made Adam and Eve in his image and just wanted a relationship with them. But he gave them a choice. He didn't want to make robots. He gave them a choice, and he said, look, only thing I ask you to do is not eat from this tree. If you do that, we're all good. But everyone knows the story. So when they ate from the tree, that relationship, that one-on-one, face-to-face relationship with God was cut off because of sin. But the Bible says that Jesus was slain before the foundation of the earth, so God already had a plan set in place, and that was Jesus, his son. So when Jesus finally came and lived a sinless life as a man, not as God. Yes, he was God, but he was born as a man. He came to this earth and lived a sinless life, followed all the commandments of the Old Testament as a man, in right relationship with God, with his Father. Let me take a drink. Fire this up. And that's the main reason he died, is to bring back what we lost a long time ago, so that we can be in relationship with the Father, with God, our Creator. What's it like to be in relationship? Oh, that sounds difficult. I gotta be a good person. No, you don't. He just wants you to be real and open with him and acknowledge him. Most Christians live day to day and they don't even acknowledge the presence of God. Yeah, God is with them. God is with us wherever we go. But most of the time, we don't acknowledge him. We're not aware of it. And that's what he wants. And that's what brings relationship, and that's what brings change to our lives, is being in the presence of God. That's what brings change. He's not looking for perfect people. He's not looking for... matter of fact, he told the Pharisees, Jesus told the Pharisees, because they were righteous in their own eyes. They were quote-unquote good people in their own right. And Jesus said, I didn't come for people that were, I'm paraphrasing, basically I didn't come for people like you. I came to heal the sick. And for people that are humble and know that, hey, I'm a sinner. I need help. That's the people he came for, and that's the people he's looking for still today. He's not looking for... God resists the proud. The proud person would say, I'm a good person on my own right. I don't need Jesus. I don't need God. And that's exactly what the Pharisees did back in Jesus' day. So anyway, guys, God's not mad at you. He's not here to condemn you. He wants the best for you. And he thinks you're very valuable. You're so valuable in his eyes. I mean, listen to this. Would you pay $10,000 for a $2,000 truck? No. If you pay $10,000 for a vehicle, you believe that vehicle's worth $10,000. Well, likewise, what did God pay for you? How much did he pay for you? He gave his son for us. He paid for us with the death of his son. That's how valuable we are to him. So anyway, guys, God bless you. Keep smoking. I'm getting ready to fire this up. I've been talking too much. It's already gone out. We'll talk to you later.